We're at one of the top tourist destinations in the entire country, Custer State Park, visiting with Randy Anderson with Custer State Park Resorts. And what a beautiful place to come and visit, no matter where you're at in the country, whether South Dakota or Maryland. Coming out to South Dakota, what a place.
Oh, we get people from all across the country. I had folks this morning from the eastern part of the state, yesterday Pennsylvania. So, we get them from all across the country. If you're a tent camper or an RVer, or if you're just in your car and you want to have a nice scenic drive, Custer State Park has our 1,500 head of bison. We have a few elk. We have our deer population. We have some bighorn sheep just down the road right here. I want to take you down and show you those. So, there's all kinds of things to do. We have horseback rides. We have canoes and kayaks, in our lakes in the park. So, just a lot to do. Throw your line in a pond or a lake.
And we are close to Mount Rushmore and Crazy Horse.
Oh yeah, we're just right down the road. We're 20 miles from Mount Rushmore, and about a half an hour from Crazy Horse, and then we're an hour and a half, from the Badland National Park. The north end of the Black Hills, Devil's Tower. There's so much to do. If you were just concentrating on just the parks, the national and the state parks, that's a lot to take in.
And we're going to check out the wildlife loop.
Exactly. Yep. And I want to try to get you as close as I can to the bison. So that's, as far as the Jeeps go, that's our main goal. We want to get you as close as we can to the wildlife, and then we want to take you off road. Try to get you into some backcountry, that you can't see from the main road. The state, they maintain the campgrounds that we have in the park. This big campground on the right is open 12 months out of the year. 71,000 acres is Custer State Park. We started back in 1913 as an animal sanctuary. Most of the game was gone by the time 1913 rolled around, and so they started with a small group of bison, a few elk, and everything followed. The native animals that were in the area, they brought back in small numbers to get them established, get the herd started. 1919, we became a state park, and so we had our centennial, here a couple years ago, 2019. The state is really good. They're the ones that allow us to do what we do. They allow us to go off-road on some of these two tracks or Jeep trails. Gives us a chance to get the families in an area that they can't get with their own vehicles. And if the buffalo are in areas like this, we can drive them right through the herd, which makes it really nice. This is our Wildlife Visitor Center. This was built back in 1937. Prairie dog, they're considered a keystone species. Lots of other animals feed off of them, and so we have a good chance of seeing predators, coyotes. Then we have our red-tailed hawks and an occasional golden eagle that'll fly over. So that's what we're looking for when we come into these prairie dog towns. This is where we would want to bring our guests. Back off the road, away from the traffic. Back here where there might be a Jeep or two, and that's about it. What everybody wants to look at this time of the year, that little rusty red calf that's looking at us right there. Those guys are the ones that start showing up the 1st of April. They are weighing between 40 and 50 pounds. You can see this little one here to the right is already changing colors. He really doesn't look much like mama at this point, but give him a few months, 3 to 4 months down the road, he's going to just be a small version of his mom. So you have a mix here. You've got young females and males. When they're born, they have little buttons where their horns are already starting to develop. They're pretty curious when they're little like this. The little females will breed when they're 2. It's 9.5 months gestation period. They usually calve this spring or their 3rd year. This is a really neat area to bring our Jeeps into. Nice little stream. This is called Parker Canyon. When you see a big number like this, it just makes you think, what was it like when there were, 50, 60 million of them roaming the country? And over here, you got a baby and a mama laying in a buffalo wallow. Look at that cow scratching on that tree, trying to loosen that winter coat up. It's just like a big cotton ball, being wrapped in a big cotton wad. She's found a little shade for her and her calf. It's always amazed me how the heat of the day in the summer months, they don't seek the shade like a deer or an elk would. Yeah, a day like this is what we look for as a driver. This is a good day to bring our folks out in areas like this. There's a coyote. They're looking for anything that they can, small fawns. Our baby pronghorn, are really at risk when they're little. Great little restaurant here. We have cabins for lease and all kinds of activities for the kids. Coolidge and Eisenhower came through in 1953 and stayed for a short visit at the game lodge. So in the game lodge, then you have the presidential suites. You've got the Coolidge suites and the Eisenhower suites that are available.